Hello and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News on this Thursday, April 2nd. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The active duty Army specialist accused of gunning down 2 women and wounding 3 other people at the Gorge Amphitheater has pleaded not guilty a second time, this time in military court. The Colville Confederated Tribes is mourning the loss of its key historian. Get ready for sunshine and much warmer temperatures beginning tomorrow and continuing through the Easter weekend. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. The U.S. Forest Service announced this week that it will close the Wenatchee Forestry Sciences Laboratory as part of a major reorganization of the agency. The closure coincides with the U.S. Department of Agriculture's announcement that it plans to move the Forest Service headquarters to Salt Lake City, Utah. The agency currently operates multiple research centers across the country, and each center has its own leadership structure. In this reorganization, the USDA is planning a single Forest Service research organization in Fort Collins, Colorado. The Forest Service did not immediately respond today to NCWLIFE's questions about when the Wenatchee closure might take place and how many employees may be affected. A local union representative for Forest Service workers says the national union will try to negotiate the matter with the federal government. A fire in a Sterling Junior High School portable classroom on Tuesday is now raising questions about the school's emergency alert systems after a witness reported no fire alarms sounded and conflicting messages appeared during the evacuation. The portable building was used for a YMCA early learning class for the children of Eastmont School District employees. Azuzina Jimenez, a YMCA staff member, says no fire alarm sounded as the fire began, and that a display screen inside the portable showed a lockdown message instead of an evacuation notice. Eastmont Superintendent Spencer Taylor said the district is aware of concerns about the fire alarm system and that the issue is under investigation in partnership with the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department. He says he didn't know about the conflicting messages, but emphasized that a message was sent for students to say secure during the emergency. The active duty Army specialist accused of gunning down 2 women and wounding 3 other people has pleaded not guilty a second time, this time in military court. 28-year-old James M. Kelly is facing a court-martial at Joint Base Lewis McChord for the mass shooting he allegedly committed outside a Gorge Amphitheater music festival in 2023. Registered nurses Brandy Escamilla and Jocelyn Ruiz were engaged to be married. They died in the gunfire. Kelly was first charged in Grant County Court before his case was transferred to Army jurisdiction in February. Kelly entered his not guilty plea Friday in the court complex at JBLM and asked to be tried by a jury of Army officers and enlisted members. He remains confined in the JBLM Correctional Center. No trial date has yet been set. Survivors and Escamilla and Ruiz are suing the amphitheater owner Live Nation over a claim that a lack of security contributed to their deaths. Testimony began this week in Phoenix, Arizona in the murder trial of a Wenatchee man accused of killing his tenant. 63-year-old George Crater Jr. used a wheelchair to enter Maricopa County Superior Court on Monday. He's charged with murder, kidnapping, assault, and related counts in the 2024 death of Thomas Galatola. The victim previously rented a house in the Phoenix suburb of Sun City owned by Crater's family. Galatola died from internal injuries days after Crater allegedly beat and tortured him over 2 months of unpaid rent. The jury trial opened Monday with testimony from Sheriff's Deputy Juan Diaz, the main investigator in the case. Prosecutors objected to opening statements from Crater's lawyer in which he seemed to suggest his client may have harmed Galatola in self-defense. The trial is scheduled to continue through next week. Crater's family and co-workers turned him in to police after he allegedly admitted to assaulting Galatola. One of his brothers who co-owned the house in Sun City, Dwayne Crater of East Wenatchee, is among the witnesses summoned to testify.
I would note for the court that this is a violation of Rule 15.2, that the defense did not specifically left the self-defense box blank and did not provide adequate notice to the state regarding the intent to pursue self-defense. This defense has now announced for the first time in opening that they will be arguing self-defense, and this is a violation of 15.2. The state will discuss internally what appropriate sanctions might be and will file a motion if appropriate, but I would just put on the record for the court that this is the posture of where we are and that the state learned of the self-defense claim for the first time in defense's openings.
Mr. Feldman.
I'm not arguing self-defense or crime prevention or anything like that, and I will not ask for those instructions. I am allowed to discuss the facts, though.
From the court's perspective, and I don't exactly remember word for word what was stated, but the court's impression was that it wasn't a self-defense justification as much as the causation of what you were stating was potentially not directly caused by Mr. Crater. I didn't hear necessarily a self-defense other than the defense stating that there was some reciprocal or reverse aggression. From the court's perspective, as I sit here now, the court would believe that both of these statements, or at least some of those statements, fall within that lack of general intent, lack of specific intent arenas, which were noticed.
When we come back, Tony Lee Harriman, an 84-year-old retired Air Force veteran, is riding his recumbent bike from coast to coast to encourage support for homeless veterans. In a joint meeting Tuesday, the East Wenatchee City Council and Douglas County Commissioners agreed to expand the city's urban growth area to address the region's growing housing needs. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Tony Lee Harriman, an 84-year-old retired Air Force veteran, is riding his recumbent bike from coast to coast to encourage support for homeless veterans. Harriman arrived in Wenatchee today on the first leg of his journey. The American Legion Post 10 in Wenatchee has organized a meet and greet from 4 to 7 p.m. tonight to support Tony's adventure and its cause. You can see more about Tony's journey in this weekend's Wenatchee World. We caught up with Tony and the post commander, Mike Garner, to talk about the project.
I've always had a desire to do a long distance trek on a bicycle. So I was introduced to recumbents in 2017. I fell in love, and I've always wanted to do it on a recumbent. So here we go. 4,000 plus miles across the United States. The homeless plight for veterans is a real thing. And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, one of their goals is to eradicate homelessness in the United States. And they're doing this by buying old motels and fixing them up and putting medical and psychiatric care, and they're doing this all around the country.
We're going to have a meet and greet at the American Legion today at 4 o'clock from 4 to 7. It's open to the public, and we're just going to spend some time. There'll be some refreshments, and we're going to spend some time visiting with Tony and talking a little bit about what brought him to take this type of an excursion across the U.S. We're also to help with fundraising and to support him in his journey on the Tunnel to Towers and his trip onto the East Coast.
In a joint meeting Tuesday, the East Wenatchee City Council and Douglas County Commissioners agreed to expand the city's urban growth area to address the region's growing housing needs. A 2025 land capacity study found that the current East Wenatchee UGA is unable to meet the projected housing supply need by more than 1,200 housing units. Commissioners and council members Tuesday agreed to expand the UGA by an additional 140 acres. The new properties would be upzoned to allow for denser housing projects. Curtis Lilquist, East Wenatchee's Community Development Director, said that a first draft of the comprehensive plan will be available in early July with final approval sometime in November or December. The Colville Confederated Tribes is mourning the loss of its key historian. Guy Mora, the historic preservation officer for the 12 tribes of the Confederation, died this week at age 73. The trained archaeologist spent decades researching the cultural sites and resources of the member tribes and advocating for their protection from public and private development efforts. Last fall, the Grand Coulee resident was given a Lifetime Achievement Award by the National Association of Tribal Historic Preservation Officers. Colville Tribal Chairman Jared Michael Erickson said Mora's great knowledge of the tribes is irreplaceable. Coming up next, we will bring you the latest animal up for adoption in our weekly Pause for Pets feature with the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Unseasonably warm temperatures are expected this Easter weekend and into early next week. I'll have your local weather details coming up, and Kate Calvin will be in with a look at area sports as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
The latest adoptable animal at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is just as lively as the cup of coffee she's named for. Brave is a young pup who spent a few months at the shelter and needs a new family to love. She's the star of our regular Thursday feature, Paws for Pets.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, shelter manager here. And today we have something special for you. We have a puppy. This is Breve. Yeah, and she's our 4-month-old female puppy. We think that she is maybe a mix of shepherd and husky, but that's kind of our best guess. We're not really sure. She came in to us as a transfer from one of our shelter partners here in Washington State. Yeah, and unfortunately, we've had her for 2 months now, so half of her life. She's 4 months now, and she's already growing so much since we first got her. Yeah. She came here with 2 siblings, and they both got adopted right away, and she is just still waiting there for her forever home. Breve enjoys all the puppy things, playing with toys, playing with balls, stuffed animals, wrestling with her people. Yeah, she loves walks. She's really treat motivated, and she's already learning sit. Yeah, she's really good at that. Yeah. She really likes our other puppies here, and we think she'd be really fun for a family. She's a really sweet girl. We think Breve would be great in a family and with other dogs. She's young enough where she is able to learn to get along with just about any other pet. It's a really great age to bring a new family member in. Yeah. So Breve's a little too young for our doggy date program. And hopefully she doesn't get too old where she's still here to go on our doggy date program. But if you are looking to take a dog out, we would love you to come down and take one of our mini dogs out for coffee or to Pybus or for a hike or whatever. Yeah. Like all of our dogs and cats here for adoption, Breve is fixed. She was spayed and she has all of her vaccines and she's being dewormed and she has a clean bill of health. She's a very healthy puppy. Yeah, you are. So if you'd like to come and meet our Breve, we are open 7 days a week now from 12:30 to 6, and we'd love nothing more but to introduce you.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Thursday. It was kind of those kind of weather days out there today. Lots of clouds as we take a look outside our weather window, and this is from our Billy Goat camera up in mainly Okanagan County, but you can see a lot of clouds to our north, and you can see the Columbia River, also the Methow River. There is Pateros and Brewster right there in the left center of your screen, but we experience clouds here as well, and this should be the last day that we will see clouds, and those breezy conditions will go away at least for a few days, and we are in for a beautiful stretch of weather as we head into this upcoming Easter weekend. Let's take a look. Tomorrow we begin the warm-up. We will see around 59 degrees here in the Wenatchee area. We will jump up into the mid-60s as we kick off Easter weekend. Easter Sunday itself, we're thinking upper 60s to near 70 degrees, and then it looks like Monday will be our warmest day of the entire set of days here, with temperatures approaching the mid-70s. So we are in for a gorgeous stretch of weather. And once again, that all begins tomorrow. It was okay out there today. High temperature about where we should be for this time of year. 56 unofficially our high today. 58 is where we should be. Beautiful day. 78 our record high back in 1992. 37 this morning. Pretty much in line with where we should be for lows at 38. 27 our record low. And kind of interesting, both years, 2020 and 2023, both saw 27 degrees. We did pick up 6/100ths of an inch of moisture yesterday. That now gets us to 2.07 inches of rain since the first of the year, and we're still just under a half inch behind where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise this morning, 6:37, and it sets this evening at 7:32. Let's get you into that beautiful weather now, and it begins tomorrow with 60s on our map. That goes for Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, Wenatchee. We should see 60, close to it for Eniat and Chelan. Also Omak at around 59 degrees. Beautiful in the upper valley as well tomorrow with highs in the upper 50s. And that trend will continue as we get into the weekend. All right, tonight we expect mostly clear skies, double shot of high pressure, providing a nice Easter ridge over us for the upcoming weekend. We will see mostly clear skies with temperatures about where they should be for this time of year, mid to upper 30s. And then as we get you into Friday, here's that nice weather. Mostly sunny, high pressure in western Washington. Will warm up to about 60 for afternoon highs tomorrow afternoon. And then as we get into the Easter weekend, things are just going to warm up from there. We will see sunny skies on Saturday, and that goes for a huge chunk of the western United States. We will warm up into the mid-60s for high temperatures Saturday afternoon. And then for Easter Sunday, beautiful weather, maybe some high clouds over Washington. Call it filtered sunshine, but it's still going to warm up some more on Easter with high temperatures in the upper 60s on Sunday. And then as we kick off our post-Easter next week on Monday, we will see mostly sunny skies once again. Boy, just quiet weather around the west, and we will warm up into the lower 70s on Monday, which will be close to record high temperatures next week. And then by the end of our forecast on Tuesday and into Wednesday, Tuesday especially, sunny skies, and we will see some breezy condition. Low pressure to our east, high pressure to our west, and that usually kicks up those winds. We will cool off only into the low 60s for high on Tuesday, but heck, that's still about normal or slightly above normal for next week. Wednesday, sunny and nice once again. We will stay about normal with high temperatures next week into the low 60s. Time now for your 7-day forecast, brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 36 overnight tonight, and then the nice weather is upon us. 60 on Friday, mostly sunny Saturday, and 65. Just some filtered sunshine on Easter Sunday, and 68. But look at that high temperature on Monday, mostly sunny and 73. We'll see some breezy conditions as it ushers in some cooler weather on Tuesday, and 62. Still nice as we get into Wednesday with sunshine and 61 degrees. That's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Cade Calvin and more as the NCW Life Evening News continues right after this.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back in, sports fans. Cade Calvin here. We've got a little bit of everything: varsity baseball, scores, and a look back at a Seattle Mariners legend. Let's get into it. The Quincy Jackrabbits hosted the Ellensburg Bulldogs in 2A Central Washington Athletic Conference action. This wasn't exactly traditional baseball weather. Fans braved cold, rainy conditions over a long 7 innings. Ashton Barnes-Keller got the start on the bump for Quincy, throwing 109 pitches, 60 for strikes, finishing with 7 strikeouts and 16 outs recorded. The Jacks grabbed an early lead in the first, thanks to an E.J. Mora sacrifice bunt. Hits were hard to come by in the tough conditions. The two teams combined for just 9 total. The Bulldogs showed patience, though, drawing 10 walks in the game. Ellensburg finally broke through in the 5th, scoring 2 runs to take the lead. They added 1 more in the 6th, and Quincy found itself in a rain-soaked 2-run hole entering the final inning. Rocco Reyes led off with a single, then moved into scoring position on a pair of wild pitches. With 2 outs and the tying run at the plate in Barnes-Keller, it looked like the Jacks might have a chance to force extra innings. But Barnes-Keller pops up in foul territory, and Wyatt Polacek makes a nice grab to end it. Afterward, we caught up with Jacks head coach David Garza and asked what the loss came down to.
Execution. So the little things. So making sure that we are dialing in on the little things to be able to elevate ourselves and separate ourselves as well too. 1-0 is, you have a lead, but never be comfortable with that small lead. Especially with a team like this where we're right there with them, competing with them, and they executed a little bit better than we did. So it's making sure that when we have those opportunities to execute, that we have, that approach and different adjustment to be able to capitalize on those things.
All right, let's check on some scores from Wednesday night. Staying with varsity baseball, the Liberty Bell Mountain Lions put a whooping on the Lake Roosevelt Raiders. 12-1 is your final there. And in varsity softball, the Lake Roosevelt Raiders return the favor. They dominate Liberty Bell 17-2. It was 25 years ago today that Ichiro Suzuki made his Major League Baseball debut. Already a superstar in his native Japan, Ichiro silenced a lot of doubters by making the transition to the American game and continuing his dominance.
In his Mariner and Major League debut, the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball back up the middle, that's into center field, and Ichiro is on the board with his first Major League hit. A sharply stroked shot right back up the middle. So Ichiro receives a standing ovation. You can see the Japanese flags waving all over the place down the right field line. Something that I'm sure he has dreamed about comes to fruition here in his first Major League game. He picks up his first Major League hit.
His best year is considered to be 2004. Ichiro set an MLB record with 262 hits in a season, batted .372, and won his 4th consecutive Gold Glove Award. Suzuki was elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2025, receiving 99.7% of the vote, tied with Derek Jeter for the 2nd highest total ever. All right, that's a look at sports. Reporting from Wenatchee, Cade Calvin, NCW Life.
And that will do it for this Thursday edition of the NCW Life Evening News. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
High school sports is back. Join us all spring for live coverage of Wenatchee and Eastmont soccer, baseball, and softball. Brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Coverage also sponsored by Global Car Care, the Hollander Golf and Grill, Apple Valley Honda, Sangster Motors, Valley Tractor, Save Mart, Caldwell Banker, Biosports Physical Therapy, and Dick's Heating and Air. Your home for high school sports, as always, is the NCW Life Channel.